Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. We just hit 41.4k subscribers. Can we get to 42k? Please like this video down below and subscribe to the channel. But before we get started, I have to tell you guys about my friends over at My Patriot Supply. As Americans, we need to be prepared, and that includes avoiding the long lines at the grocery store by stocking up on disaster food supply. And there is no better disaster food kits than the ones over at American-made My Patriot Supply. Take action so you're ready for what's coming and save up to $100 on a 4-week emergency food kit when you go to my special website, preparewithredeagle.com. Those that know what's coming are preparing today. Go to preparewithredeagle.com. That is preparewithredeagle.com. And today we need to talk about Joe Biden, because I am very upset with the fact that there are people out there that think that Joe Biden is the so-called moderate choice in the election. These people think Joe Biden is the so-called centrist choice in the election, and these things could not be further from the truth. At least in terms of social policy, Joe Biden is relatively far left. Economic policy, Joe Biden is somewhat far to the left, but also to the establishment. So, of course, he's going to be supporting things like globalist free trade, but he's also going to be supporting things like expanding certain issues like welfare and things like that. So the bottom line here is that Joe Biden is not a centrist. And I'm mainly going to be touching on the social issues, but I'm going to touch a little bit on economic issues in this video, because the bottom line is Biden is not the so-called centrist. Maybe Joe Biden in 2008 was, but Biden in 2020 is further left than you could say Hillary Clinton's campaign last time around. It is the furthest left presidential campaign in terms of modern history. It depends how you look at it, but basically by all certain metrics, it's true. Trump, meanwhile, being, kind of a pragmatist, he has some policies on the right, he has some policies on the left. That's kind of how Trump gets things done. He's not some sort of extremist one way or the other. He's a moderate Republican. He's just got a big mouth. That's all. But the bottom line is Biden is being controlled by a left-wing agenda. I don't think Biden inherently was some sort of far-left politician throughout his whole entire career, but now I think the true colors of Joe Biden really are coming out, and we are seeing that Biden is now in favor of the far-left idea about defunding the police, trying to take police equipment away. And this is a policy that has very, very low approval rating across the board among Republicans, among Democrats, and among independents. And Donald Trump needs to stress this being a part of the Biden platform if he wants to win this election in November. And it's hilarious because some of the people supporting the defund the police movement are some of the same people that are out there chanting Black Lives Matter, but now we see the highest crime rate since the mid-90s in largely black areas, with murder rates that have skyrocketed of mostly black victims who were unarmed. So apparently it shows the hypocrisy that Black Lives Matter doesn't really care about black people as long as it doesn't fit the narrative. But that's beside the point. The bottom line is Biden is out of his mind for saying that police funding should be directed away from police. And even if police brutality is as much of a problem as the left says it is, we don't need to restrict their funding. If anything, we need more funding, or at least better funding and better programs that need to be funded. For example, you don't defund schools because the teachers are not doing their jobs. That's not entirely how it works. You have to properly fund schools, just like you have to properly fund police. Maybe if Biden wanted to actually expand his support base, he would mention tackling on the unions, the public unions surrounding the police that sometimes can protect them the same way they protect teachers from not doing their jobs, because there's less of an incentive to do them when they have so many protections to the point where they won't get fired. But that's just one issue that Biden is super far left on. There are several others, and I'm going to get to these right now. We also have to talk about Joe Biden's immigration plan. This came out today. Joe Biden's immigration plan is granting 11 million illegal alien citizenship. This will basically destroy the Republican Party for the short-term to long-term being, because Texas automatically would flip blue if you had 11 million illegal aliens, and this is why the Democrats want to do it. It's not really because they care about these people. It's because they're manipulating the populace so they can continue to gain power, so they can continue to push their crypto-Marxist agenda about remaking America because America is inherently evil. And Biden, being the senile old man he is playing directly into their very agenda. He is saying immigration enforcement is infected by systemic racism, despite the fact that ICE is an organization where the Border Patrol agents are 52% Latino. I believe 25 to 30% of all ICE agents are Latinos as well. So I don't exactly understand where there's any sort of systemic racism in ICE at all, but that's what the Democrats do. They will play identity politics for the sake of power, and they will play identity politics for the sake of nothing more. There's really no surprise there, and this is what Biden wants to do. He wants to give 11 million people who didn't even come through the process legally, who actually cut through the line to the front of the line. They want to give them priority, and they want to give them priority over people like our veterans. They want to take care of illegal aliens better than we take care of people like our vets, our homeless population in America. And policies like this, such as, Hillary Clinton wanting to increase the Syrian refugee intake by 600%, is precisely why the Democrats failed in the 2016 election. Policies like this are why Democrats are going to fail in the 2020 election, because places, especially down by the border, like Arizona, like Texas, these are going to be the places that are going to come out in droves in terms of the immigration issue against Joe Biden's ridiculous immigration plan. And he also wants to give illegal aliens free health care. A part of his free health care plan, he's going to give people who should not be in the country, people who should actually, if anything, be deported. He wants to give these people free health insurance, and he's going to say for his justification about this, I'm not going to let you die. But he could easily just deport them back to their home country. Usually it's coming from Mexico or Central America. Or what he could do is he could, to save lives, he could actually stop abortion instead of wanting to fund late-term abortion, wanting to restrict the Hyde Amendment. I haven't even thought about that before I was making this video, but that's something Biden wants to do in terms of him being, claiming that he cares so much about lives. Why is he pushing the neocon, neolib agenda about starting and keeping us in so many foreign wars overseas that have killed hundreds of thousands of brown people? So basically, when it comes down to this, Biden is putting the interests of foreign nationals, illegal foreign nationals who essentially raped our country by violating it, coming through our border illegally. And he wants to reward these people with special handouts. Think about that for a second. These people care more about people that broke the law more than you, more than your family. It's insanity. And in terms of other economic insanity from Joe Biden and Biden's campaign, he is vowing to ban and phase out fossil fuels. Now, this is ridiculous, and it shows how he is so easily to adapt the far left's agenda. He is so easily adapted to be controlled by people like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Ilhan Omar and many other people. In terms of banning fossil fuels, we use fossil fuels. We're going to have to see some sort of massive overhaul of our energy system if we were to ban them, and it would cause some sort of mass panic in American society. In terms of shutting down plants that people use for mining coal, that's going to cost in Pennsylvania. Natural gas, that's a big deal, especially in Texas. So to the people that are out there saying, oh, but the polls are showing Biden's in good standing in Texas, he's potentially going to pick off the state, he's going to do well in Pennsylvania. It's not necessarily true, because Donald Trump needs to attack Biden on policy. He will do that in the advertisements. And if he is able to do that, and if he is able to do that effectively, he easily should be able to cruise to a re-election victory. So all these policies and more, like I said, we talked about abortion. Abortion's a big one. Democrats, they used to be for keeping abortion rare and safe. That's what Biden was, and that's what Biden wanted back in the day, maybe 2008. Now the Democrats are out there saying we're going to restrict the Hyde Amendment. We are going to make government-funded money go directly to Planned Parenthood to pay for abortions. It's absolutely insane. And these are the people that claim that they're supposedly protecting life with healthcare, and then they're turning around and they are endorsing mass infanticide, and they are endorsing the takeover of our country for the sake of their benefit, and they are endorsing police funding being redirected, being defunded, so that more individuals, particularly in the inner cities, get to die because of ruthless gang violence. So it's absolutely insane. Joe Biden is absolutely insane. And no, he is not a centrist. He is not a centrist one bit. He is as far left as the rest of them. He is farther left than Hillary Clinton. I don't believe that he may personally think that way, but when it comes down to it, he is controlled by the far left and the globalist interests, and Donald Trump needs to make that a point in this election if he wants to win. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. Please like this video down below, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for notifications so you never miss another video. Follow me on social media, join the Discord and subreddit, donate to the Patreon or subscribe, star links in description. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Red Eagle, out.